going on, y'all? VersuzTV 24 Season 3, and we're back at it again. We're here at one of the top preparatory schools in Toronto. We're here at Crestwood, and they're just coming off the National Junior Circuit Championship. Once again, he is the floor general, Mr. IQ. Some call him MB. I personally call him Mind Baller. But today, we bring to you Mikahael Bartley.
Thank you for having me, guys. Thank you for having me.
For sure, man. Floor general.
You already know, you already know.
Mikahael Bartley, that's MB. You know what I call him? Mind Baller. You know what I call him, Mind Baller?
Why is that?
Because his IQ.
Oh.
Like, he's sick like that on the floor. Like, strictly IQ. Like, apart from making his shots, nice passes, this and that, it's just the IQ level, right? So, MB. Mind Baller.
Mind Baller on the set.
Mind Baller.
As I said in the intro, he's coming off of a championship. I believe it was the National Junior Circuit. And he actually won it here at Crestwood. Can we, even before we get into that, how about we go about talking about your upbringing?
Yeah.
All right, so where were you born? What got you into basketball? Talk about your parents.
I was born in Scarborough, Ontario. I didn't start playing basketball till about like grade 6. I was playing soccer most of my life, so actually you guys see where the IQ comes from.
Yeah. Right.
But I was playing soccer and basketball up until grade 8, but then I chose one, and I thought basketball was cooler, obviously, so I chose basketball.
All the men were playing ball, eh?
All the men. Had to ruin the men.
So does basketball get you more girls, or does soccer?
Yeah, 100%.
You hear that, folks?
Hey.
I thought she wasn't talking.
Side note, we got pops in the building, so.
I like that one.
I respect it.
So yeah, let's get back to that. So was it you that decided, okay, you know what? My peers are playing ball, so let me jump on the bandwagon and play some basketball? Or was it more like your parents, or was it just you that you figured, okay, you know what? This is something that I could excel in. This is something that I'm excited about.
Honestly, it was just jumping on the bandwagon because, if I'm being honest, I was better at soccer.
Right.
But like all my friends were all playing basketball, and like most people weren't playing soccer. No one really liked it, so like
Right.
I was just playing with the man, like I said.
Right. It wasn't the popular sport.
Yeah.
Especially growing up in Scarborough.
Yeah.
Shout out to Scarborough.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. As I mentioned, coming off of a championship, what was that like?
It was a great feeling. It was a great feeling to win it here at Crestwood as well. We fought through a lot of adversity. One of our best players, Isaiah Hamilton, wasn't playing. He broke his hand. And then, we just had to, as a team, step it up because we lost to one of our best scorers. And like we had 3 tough games just to win the championship, But it was a great feeling.
Speaking about one of them games, sorry to cut you off,
no,
Super.
I'm about to say.
Speaking about one of those games, leading up to the game, I linked Mikuel, and I'm like, Mikuel, we're gonna go out to Six Park, Oshawa, to go check out MB, right? She's like, tell me a little bit more about this MB. I'm like, yo, the boy's nice, right? The IQ is just off the planet, right?
Very true.
I'm not boosting, right? We walk into the gym. We look at the score.
That's what I was just about to say. That's what I was just about to say.
Yo, we look at the score.
Yeah.
They're down 27.
Jeez.
I had to do a double take. Like, yo, am I in the right gym? Right? Makash is looking at me like, you
bro,
sure?
come on, really? You're boosted.
You sure it's him that we're interviewing?
Yeah.
Sure
Literally, I was judging. I was like, what did I waste my time here to come and see?
I'm like, don't worry. Even if they lose, just let's focus on him, type of thing, right?
Yeah, it happens sometimes, man.
So, walked up to his pops, Mr. Bartley, AKA Bimbis. Shout out to Bimbis, right? Good friend of mine. And we're talking about it on the sideline as they're playing. And I'm like, Bim, they're down 27. If by halftime they could cut it down
start
to like...
chipping away.
Chipping away and just cut it down to about maybe 11, 10. I see a comeback.
Right.
Yo, Super, you had to been at this game, man.
Tensions were high.
Yeah.
Woo! So, it looks like my predictions came true.
Yeah.
Right? So by halftime.
Hold on. And which game was this? Was this the championship game?
This is the semifinals.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So
No, this was the quarterfinal.
quarterfinals.
Okay.
So the stakes are high. Right? So once again, by halftime they're down by 10, right? They're down by 10. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, they got this.
Right.
Now, mind you, in this process
Yeah.
of chipping away, this guy's hitting threes.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's getting assists and hitting threes. Anyways, if memory serves me correct, with like a minute, no, maybe 2 minutes to go, they're down by about 7. Right? Now, me and Mikuel were making bets.
Yeah, we literally
A
were
lot of
on the
bets that game.
sidelines.
There's a lot of bets.
We're making bets. She's betting, and no offense, she's betting that they can't pull this off.
Yeah.
That's a hater. That's a hater right there.
I'm saying the game's not over until you see 000, right? We know that.
It's true.
Fast forward, like I can't give you like the sequence of plays. I think they may have came down to hit like a 3 to make it like a 4-point game.
Right.
But anyways, let me even
So
get to.
it's bare tray balls.
I think trade balls and maybe.
Okay.
There was fouls involved too.
I
Yeah.
think fouling, putting people on the line and this and that.
Okay.
Yo, they're down by 3 with seconds to go. They inbound the ball from full court.
Yeah.
I don't know which player it was.
Goran.
He hits a miracle 3-pointer.
It was crazy.
Yo,
Overtime.
I'm going crazy. Like even I'm running out on the court.
So hold on, what was your feeling at this point when he hit the tray ball?
Well, first when I saw the pass, I didn't even know who he was throwing it to because I didn't see no one there. And I see him catch the ball.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the rim and I'm like, yo, it looks short.
Yeah.
Nothing but net, splash. We're all running to the teammate like we won the game, but we still have overtime.
Yo,
Right?
like we're literally going in like crazy, right? Fast forward, so now we're into overtime, and I can't believe this is the quarterfinals. We're in overtime right now, and he's doing his thing,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
As a
He's
matter of fact,
active at this point.
yeah,
He's fully active.
well active.
I had 2 back-to-back threes. We went up 2. I think they came down, they scored.
Yeah.
And then we had an inbound play to the corner for Goran again to shoot it. He missed it, went off the back rim. Then our best rebound on the team, he got the rebound, put it in floater. They called timeout like 0.5 seconds left in the game.
0.5 seconds left in the game. They swing it to the corner.
Yeah.
And the opposing team hits a 3. Oh shit! But and obviously this caused controversy and whatnot. But the time ran out. The time ran out.
0.5? That's like, you can't really.
They were saying it's not physically possible to hit it.
Right, exactly, and that's
something
exactly
like
what happened.
Big shot, Rob,
Right.
kind of, you know what I mean?
So my experience is like, yo, I literally just saw like a game tying 3 to bring it into overtime and then a possible game winning 3, but it didn't count.
Wow.
But I mean, the game, the atmosphere, it was just bonkers. And now going back to him, like I said, what I saw was obviously interview worthy, right?
Right.
And me and his pops and Mikuel were talking after the game and whatnot. More so about
The optics.
like the coaching and whatnot, and we were still harping on why take him out when he was on fire.
Because maybe the game wouldn't have to go to overtime.
You know what? We're gonna have to ask the coach on that, and we're not putting them on blast, right? So I'm just putting that out there. But
So hold on. Going into overtime, what were you feeling? Intensity, tired, kind of boggled?
When we went to overtime, we knew we were gonna win the game because we knew we had to come back from 27, which is crazy. Down 27 in the first half. It's like that's not even supposed to be doable, but like we knew we were gonna win the game. Regardless.
LJ, that's a good point. Being down 27.
Sometimes when you come back from that much, your intensity is high, so
then,
you kind of get too winded. You get a little tired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So going into overtime.
But our coaches use his timeouts wisely, so like we wouldn't be tired in that moment.
Okay. Shouts out to the coach, yo.
Yeah, shouts out to the coach. We have to give you love. We're not here to bash you or anything. We're here to give you love.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, so this part of the show
It was where it gets interesting.
So we're gonna show you 2 highlights. Chances are you know the players. As we said off camera, it sort of mimics you and what you do on the court. So you'll definitely be able to watch it and give the audience an idea of what you see.
Morant trying to feed it. Ball to the floor. Ja from the seat of his pants. Lob for Aldama! Holy cow, you've got to be kidding me!
Okay, so break down pretty much what you see here.
So
I mean, we know it's Ja Morant.
they had the ball with about like 13 or 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Someone went back door, but it got tipped by the defense, and then the hard player that he is, he goes, dives on the floor for the ball, and he's still in like a sitting position. And then there's like 5 seconds left on the clock, and then I see the Bucks were trying to deny, and then someone went back door and he threw a lob. And it's just like, you can see how high his IQ is knowing to throw that lob.
So not to cut you, I see how high your IQ is. Because you just took a, 1-2, 1-2, and
it
broke
just
down
clicked.
the whole
Yeah.
play. That was your
That's the
opener,
first
the
thing
IQ.
you-
I
Who do you
rate it.
mirror your game after?
I rate
Say it again?
Who do you mirror your game after?
I try and mirror more like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander sometimes. Like I try to play at my own pace sometimes and just get my guys open like Tyrese Halliburton as well.
Speaking of Shai, is he MVP this year?
100%.
All right.
Are you just saying that because he's
Let's go.
Canadian, or
Nah.
are you saying that because...
It doesn't matter where he's from, he's the MVP.
Okay. Appreciate
Mind you,
that.
Joker's putting up some numbers.
No,
so,
he is.
let me just.
He is.
Yeah.
All right, clip number 2. I'm going a little old school with you. You know what I'm saying? You got to know this. I know Pops knows this one. You know what I mean? Just press play.
The Friends the rebound. The sophomores out on the move. Williams in the middle. Behind the back to the Friends. Down the lane.
That's that white chocolate.
Jason Williams.
Yes, sir. Break it down. What do you see?
It's an all-star game. Obviously, they're not going as hard, but like
Right.
they're still trying to show up for the fans. But he's running the floor straight down the middle, as a point guard should. And he's a very decisive person. And I see he did a no-look elbow pass, and I would have fallen for that too. But like that's my type of pass I've been making.
You would have fell for that one, eh?
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
At least you're admitting it.
Lamar
I like
Odom,
that.
hey, everybody fell for that. You know what I mean? He looked away. You got Lamar Odom backing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
That's usually not a good sign when the defender's backing up.
Exactly.
It's usually food every time.
easy.
And you know what's so sick about that? Is that even though the player that he passed to didn't finish the play, it's still a highlight.
It's still, imagine if he had finished that.
Imagine if he
that
had
would
finished
be,
it.
in my humble opinion, would have been
One of the best passes.
assists in NBA history.
Yeah,
Even though it's
it'll be
All-Star
up there.
game.
Yep,
You know what
it'll
I
be
mean?
up there. I'm not gonna lie, it
Yeah.
would definitely be up there. I'm surprised you know Jason Williams. That's nice. I like that.
I'm not that young.
Okay. but speaking of which, when it comes to being the point guard of your
Yeah.
team, is that
Floor general.
Floor general.
Yeah.
Do you actually study? Do you study film of point guards themselves, whether it's the past, current?
I look more towards like the current, like I said, like Tyrese Halliburton. He's probably like one of my favorite players. Like I see a lot of me in him because like everything that he's doing, it's just a lot of generating the floor, all that. Like he's not meant to score, but if he has to score, that's what he does, and that's what I feel like my role is on the team as well.
That's fair.
So you and your IQ, do you ever, your coach ever call a play and you see something else?
Yeah, all of the time. Like,
Yeah.
He says our plays are set for this, but he says there's another read. Always go for that read.
Right. So that's a,
I want to do a matchup. Would you still take Halliburton over, in terms of assists, would you take him over Trae Young?
No, I wouldn't take him over Trey.
So you take Trae.
I take Trey over Tyrese Halliburton.
In terms of assists, right?
In terms of assists.
All right. I had to ask that.
why?
Yo, I would look at homeboy stats. Yo, mind you, I love Trae Young.
Yeah.
I look at his stats, and I'm a betting man, right? So I'm on Bet 365. I would take Trae for like 7 assists. He'll end up with like 15. right? Like some ridiculous. Now, mind you, Halliburton, not to be outdone. There's nights where Halliburton, he gets double digits assists. So I see where he's coming from.
Yeah, 100%.
But I just know Trae Young, more so than scoring, his assists are up there. As a matter of fact, I think they're pretty much 1 and 2. I'd have to look it up, but like Trae Young and Halliburton, they have to be like sort of like 1 and 2 when it comes to assists.
Neck and neck competition.
Right. So I'm actually glad that he brought him up. Although, you know, Halliburton has killed my parlays, but but yeah. So how does it feel being a champion?
Feels great, you know. In the moment, we're all happy, but we know like there's obviously more work to be done in the off season. But it's always great to be a champion, especially when it's at your home gym as well.
Right.
How's it feel winning it at home?
I felt even better winning it at home. You know, we had a good crowd from the parents. We had a lot of moral support, so it made it at least 10 times better.
So I have a question. What makes you a force on the court to be reckoned with?
I just say my mentality, like. So sometimes when I'm just trying to, like, if I'm trying my hardest to look like I'm scoring, someone has to be open. So like, I always think pass first, but if I have to score, I'm just gonna score.
So you're basically unpredictable.
Very unpredictable.
Yeah, I'd have to say so myself. Yo, like
for one, I love the confidence. I love the confidence, man.
It's almost like he's a mind reader.
Right.
Because I'm on the sideline, and I'm talking to either his mom or his pops, and I'm like, yo, like, I want more of that. And then all of a sudden, like, he'll go on a spurt where it's like back-to-back threes, pass, this and that, rebounds, steals. And I'm like, yo, the man has the total package, right? So I know I keep emphasizing IQ, but because I was a point guard back in the days, you have to be able to read the court, right? And if you slouch on IQ, you know, you're gonna miss that open man. Sometimes it's not even about assists, it's all about like when to take a shot, right? So that's one thing I give him. He's also timely, right? Funny enough, going back to that quarterfinal game, it's like, I'm saying to myself, like, yo, like, when is he gonna shoot? Or when is he gonna realize that they're down by 11 and
take charge?
Yeah, and take charge, right? And from what I've seen in past games and leading up to that game, whether Isaiah's in or not, the team focuses on him. Like, he navigates everything, right? It's like he controls the flow of the game.
So when do you decide to take charge?
Well, in that game against Full Circle in the quarterfinals, like, me and a teammate, we were both like trying our hardest to score, all that, play defense, but we both ended up just getting mad, not at each other because of the score. So like, we knew we both had to take charge, and then it just led to a Full Circle moment. Everyone just started to take charge.
Sometimes, do you need to take the lead per se for scoring if someone's not hitting, or do you keep trying to get them warm, trying to feed them and whatnot? To get them
in that game, we had great energy from the start. Like, I usually start off passing and stuff. Like, we were shooting good shots, they just weren't falling. But then, like, when I knew we needed like a bucket or two, I would get downhill, score, and then the defense would adjust, and then someone would end up being open.
I recently seen an Iverson step over. I recently seen an Iverson.
Not even a step.
That's how you're moving?
Nah, not even a step. He was on.
Was it intentional or was
it was unintentional. He was on the floor. I just had to get by and get back on defense.
Was it fast or slow?
It was fast.
Doggy.
I might have looked down at him, but like.
Yo, when his pops sent me that, I must have rewinded it like 10 times. Like, it was it was nice. Right? So
was it after Trae ball?
Nah, our teammate shot a free throw. It came off right. My teammate got the rebound. I got the ball, quick floater, and then he went to slap the glass, and he must have fell. So I seen him like, when he's on the floor, I just stepped over him and got back on defense.
Yo, trust me, it's nice. Where do we go from here? Like, basically, what are we looking for in summer of 2025 and beyond? Where do we see you
Well, this summer, like I'm playing on the New Balance circuit for the first time with Northern Kings. We're just going to try our best to win a new league, new team, a lot of new faces and stuff. But you could expect me being a hard worker this summer, being in the gym, being a gym rat, all that.
But is that here, back home, or are you going to be going to the States?
I might train a little bit in the States sometimes, but most of it's going to be back home here.
Okay. I think you mentioned training with Jelani.
Yes.
Shout out to Jelani.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the interview with Jelani, go check it out. You know what I mean? Crazy. One of the top trainers in Toronto. Top trainers in Canada, I should say.
That's a fact.
And speaking of Jelani. Okay, look what we have.
Stop, sir.
You good? We're just talking bad about you.
It's always good. It's always good.
Yo, we got Jelani in the house.
How you doing, man? Chilling. Sir, you too.
Hey, how you doing, man? Peebo. Yeah.
So give us a little, let me take the mic off, hand it to you. Give us a little 1-2 about young fella right here.
High IQ, high character, gets after defensively, in the passing lanes, uses his length. He's ahead of the play, so you gotta have guys in the floor who I think in the game. But from a functional standpoint as a coach, like these guys are going to the floor.
LJ, what's the first thing he said? High IQ. I told you, I'm not boosting.
That's been all we've been hearing about, high IQ.
Yeah. Well, if you don't have that now, to me, you're not really a player.
It's up and down game, you gotta adjust quick. Yeah, for sure. Right,
see, he has high praises.
I don't know what you guys are doing.
Oh, we're doing it. Yo, we're Spot TV.
I'm Vidal Messiah, MJ's AU coach.
Battleground King. You know what I'm saying? You don't know Battleground back in the day.
Yo, trust me.
I'm not good at the self-promotion. Now it's all about the guys I'm coaching, honestly. So whatever I've done, I try to use that experience and whatnot to feed them, but it's all about them. I've had my day.
Give it back. You gonna be sitting in the chair soon. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and once again, we got Jelani here, man.
Jelani, what you think about young fella, man?
Plays the right way. He plays the right way. He's learning from the ground up, developing without clout, and he's just letting the emotions come to him. He's playing, he's working hard, and letting it come. So
I respect that.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much for your input, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you. So NBA top 5.
I say SGA is #1 for me. Trae Young and Halliburton I vote them both at 2. I wouldn't say 2 and 3.
2A, 2B?
Yeah. I say Steph Curry #3. He got me into basketball, so he has to be in my top 5 no matter what.
Is he your favorite player?
He was my favorite player, but like as I saw the new generation coming in, it just changes almost every year.
Fair enough. Okay. So we have what, 3?
Yeah.
3. LeBron James and Kevin Durant.
Okay. All right. Top 5 of all time.
That's too controversial. I can't do that. I want to hear talking from the OGs.
Just 5. Just 5. No, not.
Oh, so it doesn't have to be ranked or anything.
No ranking. Just 5.
I say LeBron, Jordan, Kevin Durant, and Shaq.
Okay. That's a solid 5.
Yeah.
Solid 5. I know Pimo doesn't like that he kept one person off the top 5, but you know.
It'd be backlash any way I said it.
What do you got to say about that?
R.I.P. Kobe.
Oh man. But
I wasn't playing basketball, so I never really watched him play.
Okay. No, that's fair.
I respect that.
Fair.
Respect that for sure.
How does the audience find you?
Wait, one question.
Okay.
So, Bronny, can you eat his food?
Bronny James?
Yes. G League Bronny.
He's an NBA player. I'm not going to disrespect him and say he's not good.
You think so? You think he's NBA quality?
Really?
I mean, he still has time to develop.
He's an NBA player. He is an NBA player.
Yeah. Technically, he's an NBA. Okay.
By default, because of his dad.
But he's there. He's there.
He went to the G League for crying out loud.
He scored 30 something.
The G League is
and that's debatable. I'm glad that you two are bringing that up. He's nice in the G League. Like,
Yeah.
I'm seeing the numbers.
Right.
But other than his 17 performance just the other day, like, what are you really giving me? You're giving...
But you got to look at it like this. In the NBA, there's what, 450
something?
right players. These guys are the best in the world. You know what I'm saying? They're the best in the world. Right? There is
LJ, man. He wasn't even the best in it.
Hold on though. These guys are the best in the world. There's 5 guys on each team who are better than them, right? And then there's 1 guy on each team.
He wasn't the best in his draft,
the 30
man.
best in the freaking
He wasn't
world.
even the best in his draft.
Well,
Are you
check it
joking?
out, though. He's playing amongst
Is he
those
better than
guys.
his brother? Is he better than his brother?
At this point, yes. But I do believe his brother is gonna be better than him.
His brother has more. Bryce
Yeah,
has more
I think his
potential.
brother has a higher ceiling than he does.
So he's better.
No,
maybe not
as
right
in
now.
potential, we're saying he's
His
better.
potential is higher.
All right, we're gonna be here all day. I'm not even hating on.
So
I'm
where
not
do you
hating
see
on
yourself
Brody.
in 5 years?
I see myself at a high major Division I college. That's my goal, and I just see that within the work ethic that I have and the coaches that I have behind me, I can get to that level.
And when you get your first NBA check, right? When you get your first NBA check, hint, hint.
First NBA check.
Right.
You heard it here first.
What's the first thing you're gonna cop? I like that he's thinking about it.
Probably some shoes, and then
I was gonna say, yo, he's gonna cop the Cletus J's that just dropped.
people will always say they're gonna do
No, they're not into it. Although he's wearing J's, these kids nowadays, they're not into J's. They're into like the New Balance, the
Sauconys
Asics,
and
the designer. Yeah.
Then I give most of it to my parents. But the people who say parents first, they're lying.
yeah.
That's not the first thing you're thinking of.
I mean,
like
Carl,
it, man.
Carl Anthony Towns bought his mom a house with his first
for sure.
check.
No, his first check, but that's probably not the first thing he
That's
bought. You know what I
that's
mean?
the first big check he got. I mean, you said first check, I'm thinking like maybe $10,000.
Nah, if you're in the NBA, you're getting about...
Let's not speak on the NBA bag.
Okay.
Right?
All right, no problem. But he'll get there, trust me.
No, definitely.
He'll be there. So that's why I'm asking that question. Once again, where does the audience find you on your socials?
Mikahael Bartley on Instagram. Yeah.
You got TikTok?
TikTok, not really on.
Okay. So you guys know where to find them on Instagram. Before we part, since it's all about confidence, I got something special for you. Well, you gotta believe in yourself, right?
True that.
Damn.
Presentation is crazy.
Oh, yeah, I didn't want to mash it. From VersuzTV 24. Ooh, man. Oh, thank God. Don't worry, it's a brand new t-shirt.
Oh, man.
Good looking out.
Hey, you know what it is.
All right? This is for you. This is all about confidence.
I appreciate it.
The best thing you could do is brand yourself, right?
True.
So wear this with confidence.
That's the era we live in, about self-branding, man.
Represent.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Most definitely.
That's yours, man.
That's all you right there.
I love that number 21.
I didn't really choose it.
I love that number.
Now it's gonna take a different number, but the size is too big, so.
That's some KG, you know? That's a KG heart when you're rocking 21. You gotta have that, you know what I mean? On your chest.
Yeah, man.
Man.
MB, mind baller.
Done
You already know, man.
You know what it is, brother. This was a good one.
All right. VersuzTV 24. Crestwood.
Crestwood.
MB.
Champ.
And we're out.
Peace.